Okay, guys, welcome back to the Macon County Sheriff's Report with Sheriff Andre Brunson and me, your host, Pat Wallace. We got a great show for you today. We got some young people coming in, and they are the newest of the finest of Macon County.
That's right.
So you want to let them come on in here?
Yeah, I want to say hello to everybody first. You know what I'm saying? Second show since we've been back, man. Just pleased to be here again, as always. Well, we started this show out with the new guys we got in last week. We talked about the young people and how we like the young people. So I brought 4 of the young people we have in today, 4 of the new people we have, and some of them I just heard that they're out there on the call, and I just see pure folk calling me right now, but they're definitely out there on the job taking care of some business right now, so I'm not going to answer the phone. But we're going to let the young people come in here and introduce themselves. Come on by here, baby. Yeah, all y'all come on kind of step in here. And they can come over here by me, and we're going to let them tell who they are and what they're doing. And they've all been working just a few weeks, I think, except this week she's been here a little bit longer, but she is one of the new ones. So, man, I'm very pleased with what they're doing. I'm very pleased with them just being part of this community and working that way. And I've been doing all of them since they were kids. So, very special to me. But we're going to start right here and let her introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Jakaya Weeks from Macon County. I'm 21, and I've been at the county I've been working here for at least 6-7 months. 6-7 months. Listen,
now, look like she's doing a little more than introducing herself. Y'all fellas better watch out out there. All right.
How you doing? I'm Chris Lesser. I'm a Macon County resident. Through and through, I'm 30 years old. I've been on with the Sheriff County now about a month.
Okay.
How y'all doing? My name is Kadarius Ivy, proud resident of Tuskegee, Alabama, by way of Union Springs. And I've been here just over about 4 or 5 weeks, right? Okay. So yeah, happy to be here.
Right.
Hey, how y'all doing? Kreations Bentley, with Macon County Sheriff's Department. Been in law enforcement for 2 years, and I'm grateful to be here with Macon County.
How long you been here?
A month.
A month? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, a month. So all of them are fairly new. Chicago's weeks here been here a little bit longer, and definitely the smallest, but the most feisty. You know, she real feisty, and that's what it takes to do this job. But she's very nice, and she knows how to talk to people. So I'm very pleased with what they have been doing, the last month, because all of them really very, very new. Less than 4 weeks, all except Chicago here, who's been here a little longer, but being new to law enforcement, which she had been in the military, which is great, gives her some experience and everything about what we do. So I just wanted to introduce them, and like I say, I'm very pleased with our young people, and we're definitely looking for a couple more young people. So if you think you're up to it, come fill out the application. Let's see what happens. And you're going to see these young people out there in the street doing their job. Don't take them for granted, because they know what they're doing, and they are definitely deputy sheriffs. So they are full of law enforcement, got it in their heart. So, it's all about the way you talk to people, the way you handle people, and that's what I teach. Community policing is what it's all about. So thank y'all. I know y'all got something to do, because I know there are other young folks out there making the arrest right now. So definitely I know y'all want to go help them. So we'll see y'all soon, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, y'all have a good one now.
All right. Thank you. Man, I tell you, I'm proud of those young folk there. They do a very good job. And that's what it's all about. It's all about you, man.
That's it.
That's our future.
I know that's right.
Yeah. So great job.
I know everybody's a little surprised to see the sheriff rocking the pink beard.
Oh yeah, we should have said that first.
But I tell you what, I might have to join the party this next week, y'all.
Hey, Pat. So tell them why I'm doing this. Let's let them know why I'm doing this and what this pink is all about, because it's very, very important.
This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and most of us know someone who has had a diagnosis. Personal story. One of our dearest people, part of the show. Remember Miss Gail Brown?
Oh yeah.
Passed away from breast cancer.
She had breast cancer.
And she was one of our biggest supporters here at the Sheriff's Department. She did some artwork for us.
She did a lot of artwork.
I'm going to show them some of the artwork too.
And she was a very, very good person.
She was.
Definitely miss her on the old show.
Yes.
But she died from breast cancer.
She did. And so we are very much in support of anybody that's going through that. And so we believe in being there for our loved ones, especially when they're going through something like this. So you should wear pink too. Real men can wear pink.
Real
So
men can
do
wear
it.
pink.
Do it.
And in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, that's why I have on the pink shirt and my pink patches and the pink hair here. Which definitely, man, I'm sure everybody knows somebody that's been affected by breast cancer. You know, millions and millions of women across, you know, America, across the whole world, you know, suffer with breast cancer, man. And one thing about it, you know, they get their treatment and thank God that they're getting better and better with treatments, so more women are surviving breast cancer. But man, it's a very touchy subject. It's a private subject for women, but they go through it, and tragically some of them don't make it. But like I say, you know, with all the new stuff coming on, we have more and more women that are surviving breast cancer, and we pray that this disease, that this someday stops. But we want to let you know we're with you. We're definitely with you. I know a few years ago, you remember the pink car I had?
Oh,
the
yeah,
car
the pink
that was
car.
very
That's
popular
right. That's
in
right.
Macon County. I wish I still had that car, and I think I need to do a new one. You know, but I enjoyed that riding around, and so we can let people know that we were with them when they had breast cancer. You know, we're in support of women with breast cancer. And I definitely want to keep my support going, so I know I'm going to wear pink to the show the rest of the month. It's just a great thing. And like I say, I'm just glad that, you know, new medical stuff is coming up to help people, help women survive breast cancer. You know, that treatment and everything is tough, man. You know, and a lot of women don't want anybody to know what's going on because it is a private subject.
It is.
But to me, it's part of life, and we're definitely with you. You know, and anything that I can do, anything that we can do in support, you know, even collecting money, even doing stuff, whatever we can do, just having a hotline for you, just somebody to talk to. I'm definitely here, and I know you're definitely here, and we're definitely in support of you. So you're not alone. And I pray that, I keep saying this, I pray that everything gets better. And I know we all have somebody or know somebody that suffers from breast cancer.
You know, it's a really shocking thing. It's a terrible diagnosis.
Yes, it is.
And I remember the day Gail Brown was at my house when she got the call from the doctor, and she had the doctor on speakerphone, and she said that she had a very aggressive form of carcinoma. And I had never seen somebody with that much strength and fortitude. Gail Brown did not panic, and she just took it as a challenge, and she fought it. She fought it the whole time. But I know it's a horrible thing to hear. And it was shocking to me to even hear it. So and I feel for all the sisters that go through it. My sister's a survivor also.
That's right.
So we are in full support of anybody going through something like that. In full support.
Well, I tell you this, I'm not going to call any names, but I have some beautiful friends that have suffered through breast cancer. I have some beautiful friends that have survived breast cancer. Not going to call any names, but hey, man, my prayers are with you, and my prayers have been with you. And we're going to keep pushing for better medical technology and the things that we need to do so we have 100% cure rate for breast cancer. It won't be a thing forever. Won't be a thing forever.
Stupid cancer.
Stupid cancer. So definitely, if anybody want to call in and talk, anybody want to say, you know, talk about breast cancer or whatever, we're here to talk to you. So we'll be here all month with you. Thank you.
Before we get into the report, I just wanted to give a shout out and thank a couple of folks for helping us out. Your boy Zach with Kustom Kreations.
Kustom Kreations.
Now you were telling me about some of the stuff he does. It sounds like he's pretty comprehensive when it comes to dealing with vehicles.
Yeah, he deals with a lot of vehicles that we have, and I'm not ashamed to say, you know, a lot of times, I mean, we have been struggling with money. We've been struggling with paying bills, and he's one of the people that kind of look out for us. You know, Zach keeps the shop open all night. He leaves tires for us, leaves oil out for us, because there's nobody open 24/7 here. So that definitely helps us with him leaving cooling out. And my guys know they can call him 24/7 or whatever. to get a tow or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, to get some help at night, because everybody won't come out and help you.
Yeah.
You know, especially the wee hours of the morning. So I definitely got to thank him for that.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody that leaves cooling out for you, oil out for you, jacks out for you, and equipment that you can use in case of emergency, man, that helps us out tremendously.
Yeah.
Just have to say thank you to him, but he does work on some of our vehicles. We have a couple more people that work on some vehicles, but it's a blessing to have him doing so.
Yeah, I got some information on the screen that you can see. He's up there across from the fire department.
Across from the fire
MLK.
department.
So yeah, hats off. Shout out to Zach. I saw him for the first time yesterday. I met him.
Yeah.
And I got to also give a shout out to Terrence Johnson.
Oh yeah.
And he's got, you can see on the screen, he's got Wings and More. And he's got a place right next door to it called Crazy Deals.
Yeah.
And I went in there yesterday, man, and it's like Big Lots or something.
Oh,
Man, they got some of everything.
They got a whole lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, so shout out to them, and we should definitely support Tuskegee businesses. Ain't that right, David?
That's right.
All right. See, David stays on my case about that. You got to shop Tuskegee, man.
Gotta shop Tuskegee.
So shout out to David Shacker for always encouraging me to shop Tuskegee. So,
right. So we talked about Terrence last week with the businesses and everything, and I'm glad he came aboard to support what we're doing here, trying to get the news out to Macon County, trying to do the sheriff's report, and that's a big help from those guys there.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, guys. Appreciate that.
And the third supporter, big time supporter, TuskegeeMedia.com. If you go to TuskegeeMedia.com, I checked this out the other day. You could see the newspaper, the Tuskegee News, and it looks like the newspaper, but it's online. And it's less expensive. It's like $36 for a year. But if you go to TuskegeeMedia.com, you should be able to check out the paper just like that. And I say get the paper copy of it because you can always get those circulars in it. And they always have like buy one, get one free and some of these local stores and stuff like that. So definitely support the local businesses. So that's the TuskegeeMedia.com. You got Kustom Kreations, and you got Crazy Deals and Wings and More. So those are the folks that support the sheriff's department, and we give them all the props. So check them out.
Right.
So yep.
Well, that's good, and I say appreciate y'all for doing that, and it just keeps us going. Thank you very much.
So let's get that report.
So we're gonna get the sheriff report done. You know, not a big list today. You know, for this week, and that's a great thing. And I always tell people, you know, these are some of the calls that came in. This is not everything that we do because our job is riding around, being visible, also handling all the court stuff during the course of the day. You know, we just have a lot to do. The sheriff department is very, very busy. But the calls that we had come in on 9/29, Notasuga High School, we had somebody with marijuana second. 9/29, County Road 37, we had a criminal trespassing. 9/29, we had arrest at the Macon County Sheriff Office. 9:30, Macon County Sheriff Department, stolen firearm. We had a stolen firearm. Young lady said that she left her firearm in the vehicle, and when she went to get it, it was gone. So that's kind of tough, and that tells y'all we have to always know where our firearms are, because if you leave it in the car, a kid or anybody can get over to it.
That's right.
And that's very dangerous, so I'm going to take this time to say that. Know where your firearm is, and you should be locking it up at all times. And we do have chains here, not chains, but locks here that locks the firearm. And we will give them away for free.
Got it.
So make sure if you need one of those to let us know, but we got to be in control of our firearm. You know, a kid, anybody can come to your car, and that's the first place they're going to look in your car for a firearm.
Yeah.
So make sure we keep up with those, and hopefully we can find this firearm for her. On 9:30 South Main Street, we had a marijuana first. On 9:30, we had a Tysonville Road, we had domestic violence. And you know, those are things that I hate right now.
We hate those. We always
domestic
hate
violence, we always hate those.
And those are very dangerous for the officers too.
It's dangerous for the officers too, and that's the most dangerous call that an officer can go on.
And we used to talk about that on the show last time, all the time whenever we would have
always talk about that, and those are things we hate. Domestic violence was one of the worst that we always hate.
Right.
And we always say, hey, if you're not going to love them, you leave them alone.
There you go.
Do not hit, do not fight, and especially you guys hitting these women, that's not good.
Stop it. Stop
now
it.
you see the women beating up the men more
than
I
know, right?
The women, so
I'm telling you.
I can't say that anymore. We got some tough women.
Both ways.
They go both ways now. We got some tough women out there, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So whichever it is, though, you know, it's not worth fighting You know, you just leave it alone. Men, you walk away. Women, you walk away.
Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be right back together anyway.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and that's why they say that's the most violent
That's
call
right.
to go on, because
Right.
you go out there to help somebody, and then the other
And
one jump
they
on
turn
you.
on
They
you.
double team
Yeah.
you. They
Yeah.
jump on
Yeah.
you. So that's
Yeah.
more violent
Yeah.
than anything.
Yeah.
So we just want to make sure we stay away from that. Just kind of walk away, you know.
Yeah.
Especially because most of the time they love each other, still love each other. They're gonna be together. So hey,
Yeah.
y'all walk away from
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So that's the last 7 days of the calls that we have here. So Pat, what we gonna get into today?
Man, I tell you, you know, for the people that don't know, we've covered this on the show previously. Can you give us an overview about Mama June? Tell us about that. Yeah, because a lot of people, we've heard bits and pieces of it, but just tell us that story in a nutshell. What was that all about?
Well, back in 2020 maybe, Mama June and her boyfriend were arrested here in Tuskegee in Macon County.
Yeah.
Out at the station, out at the
The
gas
Sonico,
station.
yeah.
Yes, out at the Sonico. They were having some type of domestic coming from the dog track, and I had never heard of Mama June. I hadn't heard of, you know, the Honey Boo Boo, that type thing. So when we went out there, we got and brought her in. You know, they had drug paraphernalia and that kind of stuff, and what we had to do was put them in jail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She tried to take the blame for having the stuff out there when it was really her boyfriend. And he had been in prison or whatever, so she was trying to protect him. And just what we talking about,
Right.
domestic violence.
Right. Domestic.
And she
that's
wanted to protect him.
Yeah.
So she kind of took the heat for him, but you know, we kind of saw through that, and that's where it started. She was in jail here. Her other boyfriend was in jail here, and one of our people here working in the back recognized him and said, "Hey, Sheriff, you don't know who that is?" And I was like, "No." She was like, "That's Mama June from the Honey Boo Boo Show." And I was like, "I have never heard of that." But you know, we had already been joking, myself and Mama June, and I just thought she was a good, funny person. You know, she was kind of joking about the whole incident, and man, soon after that, I started getting phone calls from everywhere, from TMZ, from, you know, Good Morning America, everybody calling about the story of Mama June, and I said, you know what, I'm not gonna put their business out there like that, and I refused to do that. I wouldn't give anybody any information on it because I thought they needed their privacy.
Yeah.
You know, when it was time for them to tell it, let them tell it.
Right.
So, you know, we kind of became friends. And then the next thing I know, you know, they were talking about the show, and they asked me to be on the show, and be on the show, and I got on the show. And I did a lot of episodes with it, man. It was fun, and I found that they were very good people, very nice people. People think crazy about people, but, you know, she had an addiction. And luckily she was able to kick the addiction. And she had kids, so it was a struggle dealing with the kids and dealing with the family and things like that. But she's a really good person, and she kicked that, and now she's prospering with the show and being with her family.
That's good.
You know, and she's a good person, love her to death. And my wife and her and my family, you know, we got to be friends.
Okay.
And definitely love Mama June. She actually moved to Tuskegee.
Oh, wow.
And she was staying here for a while. She came to my swearing in ceremony. She actually spoke at my swearing in ceremony. So, like I say, love Mama June. She's a good person, and she's just a human being going through the struggles of life with her family. And we all have struggles.
Yeah.
You know, we definitely all have struggles. You have struggles, I have struggles,
That's
everybody
right.
has struggles.
That's
So
right.
we don't judge people. You know what I'm saying? You never should judge nobody because you don't know what the Lord has in store for you.
That's right.
So we deal with it as it is, and we always try to respect people, and I treat people how they treat me. You know, I love people, but, you know, you treat people, and I'm saying that to say this. You make your own opinion about people. You know, if they, you know, that's what I do. I make my own opinion about people. Somebody might not like Pat Wallace, so they can't come to me and talk to me about Pat Wallace, because I like Pat Wallace. Pat Wallace my buddy. David Shacker, my buddy. Can't nobody come up and tell me that bad about David Shacker. That's been my neighbor for years. That's been my buddy. Always respect me. You know what I'm saying? So you make your own opinion about people, and that's the way I feel.
That's right.
And I made my own opinion about her.
That's good.
So I like her. You know, it's a good person to be, and that's the way I leave it.
There you go. That's good. I hope that answers everybody's questions. Y'all been asking about that.
Yeah.
So also, I had a bunch of people asking about your neighbors back there. You got a chance to meet your neighbors at the Fab Farm.
Oh yes.
I saw their website. Yeah, there's a big place back there.
Definitely next to our property and next door to my mother-in-law Irma Kennedy. They have a nice big fenced-in area out there, and you can't see behind those gates. But I've had a couple opportunities to go out there and talk to them and meet with those people, and it's just like I just said. You make your own opinion about people.
Right.
They were very nice, cordial with me. They gave us a tour of the place, and we were invited to come out.
Yeah.
You know, and I can't say anything bad about it. They have a business there.
Yeah.
They deserve their privacy, and they're a human being. They're people.
Yeah.
So
I saw their website. It looks like they have some fun out
man,
there.
they got a nice place out there.
I was checking it out, man.
I tell you what, when you look and go behind those gates, man, that place is beautiful out there.
Yeah.
And they have spent a lot of money
I could tell.
to be out there, and they
tell.
have an RV park out there.
Yeah.
They have a pavilion out there. They have swimming pool.
Yeah.
They have a nice place out there,
It's
and they
real
sit
nice.
on the same creek that I sit on.
Yep.
You follow me?
Yep.
So, I mean, they did everything that they were supposed to. They bought the place. They got a business license.
Mhm.
They got a business license. They got a liquor license.
Yeah.
And hey, they doing what they do out there. And I can't
Yeah.
say anything bad about it because they were great people to me.
Yeah, and some of the local businesses said that they were patronizing the local businesses.
Oh,
So that's
yeah.
good.
Yeah,
So
they
it
do.
seems like they're good citizens.
They look like they're good
So
citizens.
that's good.
You know, I guess everybody don't agree with that, but everybody deserves their own lifestyle.
That's right.
I don't judge.
Love who you want to love.
Love who you want
Hey,
to love,
there-
and to
there
each
it
his
is.
own.
That's
And
it.
those people have been very nice to me, and they have invited me and my friends and my people out there. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, to each his own. They are good people. They're living their life out there, and I can't say anything bad about it. And hey, I'm the sheriff.
There you
I
go.
uphold justice for everybody.
That's right. You've always been
Every
like that
walk
too.
of life,
Yep.
I uphold
That's
justice.
Right. That's right.
That's right. So
That's
I'm good
right.
with that.
So shout out to Fab Farm.
Shout out to them.
Hey,
Okay.
that's it. Also, I got a chance to check out David and I went up there to check out the new factory that they're building next to Samke.
Oh yeah.
And so they've already cleared the land off, and it looks like it's going to be twice the size of Samke.
Oh wow.
I mean, we saw some humongous earth moving vehicles, and I mean, I had never seen anything like that in Tuskegee.
Right.
So yeah.
I hadn't been out there to see the new construction going on and them breaking the ground. I haven't seen that, but I know Samke is doing a great job out there.
Mhm.
You know, and what they're doing is giving jobs to people in Macon County.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm all
noticed
about
that.
giving jobs to people in Macon County. I've talked to all of those people. They're great people.
Yeah.
And they're making sure that they need to do for us to be successful too.
Yeah, yeah,
And so if you need a job,
yeah.
go out there. They have jobs out there. And we are fortunate here in Macon County to have those warehouses, to have Samke out there, and to have the new people coming.
Yeah.
You know, so man, it's been better in Macon County because they pay taxes.
Yeah,
And they're giving Macon County money.
that's right.
So I'm just glad they're there. I can say
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And we have been benefiting from that, you know, with the taxes that
Yeah.
everybody's paying. The one out on County Road 53 close to the Torch, and then
Yeah.
those
Real
over here.
Park, yeah, Real Park is over there.
So it's
Yeah.
been really great.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're going to be flying out there, so you'll be able to see some of the drone footage
Mhm.
of the construction out there. So
Right.
Tuskegee Virtual, you'll be able to see it. In fact, there's video of the construction of the Samke plant.
Oh, really?
There's a whole lot of video up there on Tuskegee
wow.
Virtual.
Oh, wow.
So if you want to see how it was built, you can go up there and check that
Oh,
out.
wow. Well, that's great,
So
Pat.
we'll
And
be showing
you
you.
always do a good job flying your drone, man. I appreciate all the work you do for us, man. And if you want to see anything in Macon County, call Pat Wallace.
There you
He'll
go.
make sure it's done.
That's it. That's
Yes,
it.
sir.
That's it.
Mhm.
So, also we I found out that it looks like they do have, to follow up from last week, it does look like somebody's filing a lawsuit about the chemical spill. So I don't want to put the names out there, but there is
Yeah.
a group of people
They
that
are.
are out there.
I didn't know that. I checked into it, and the people that I checked with, they were still getting prepared for
That's what they told me.
Yeah, they said they were still getting prepared for it.
Yeah.
So I don't think anything has actually been filed yet, but I know they were trying to get some information and get prepared for it.
Yeah, so that's
So definitely
Just
don't
to
want to put
follow
any
up with
false
that.
information out there. So we didn't say that they were doing it.
no.
We just
no.
know that somebody, and I did check, they were getting prepared to try to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
that's
all
all I
in
found out on.
Right, and they said, there were a lot of people were concerned about the fact that that's the source of the drinking water for Tuskegee. So a lot of people were concerned about how that was going
But
to
that's
go. So,
understandable.
yeah, that's understandable.
That's
Yeah.
definitely understandable.
Yeah.
So I hope that don't affect anybody. I hope that don't affect us. I hope it don't affect any drinking water, anything. But I know it could. Running through that creek all the way to Tallahassee.
Yeah.
With us playing in the creek, with us fishing in the creek, with us, just doing whatever we do in the creek. And then the wildlife, the deer and everything that goes and depends on that creek for drinking water and stuff, it could be very effective to us.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, could
So
be.
that's a tough one right there.
That's a tough one right there. It definitely is.
That's a tough
It
one.
definitely is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So check this out.
Okay.
I want to know what is going on with TU football. It's time for our TU football report. Fill us in, man.
Well, I tell you what, we lost another tough one on Saturday, 27-20. From minute one, we were behind the 8 ball. The first play of the game, they threw a probably 80-90-yard bomb to their speedy wide receiver. So we were playing catch up from minute one. But we came back and made a game of it. We were only down by 1 touchdown, and we were driving, and we just kind of ran out of time for the tying score. But every time that we got in the position, it was a big play that kind of shut us down. 3rd and long, 4th and long. Man, I say on 4th and long, when we needed the ball back to score and even take the lead or tie it up, they ran a fake punt, and the guy was wide open. And the thing is, when you talk about that, you got your players out there really anxious to make a play. That quarterback, the punter made our guy commit. He either had to play him or play the receiver that ran behind him.
Yeah.
And when he came up, he played him. And he was able to throw the ball. It was a well-designed play.
Wow.
But, we lost that game, and Tuskegee football has been in a position to win every game that we've played.
Yeah.
The kids are playing very, very hard. The coaches are coaching very, very hard. We hate to lose. The kids hate to lose. But unfortunately, when you got a lot of young kids, things happen.
Yeah.
You got a lot of young coaches, things happen. Yeah. And I'm not blaming it on the kids, not blaming it on the coaches. But everybody make little mistakes, and then we take the wrong time to make mistakes.
Yeah.
And opportunities, when an opportunity arises, you got to take advantage of it.
Right.
And I can't say anything bad, like I said, about Tuskegee football, because they've been playing hard, and losing heartbreakers.
Yeah.
Games that we really played hard and we could have won.
Yeah.
Now we got Morehouse coming up this week,
Oh,
and we're going to definitely try to get back on the winning track. But one bad thing about sports, you can say you got a winner and a loser in a game, but even the losing team learns so much and they actually win with experience and hard play.
Yeah.
If that makes sense to you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense to you. I've been around Tuskegee football for 40 years. I played football at Tuskegee, graduated from Tuskegee, been coaching for more than 30 years. And I've seen the best teams that Tuskegee ever had. I've been coaching on the best teams that Tuskegee's ever had. I think I got 12 or 13 championship rings. And love Tuskegee football, love being a part of it. And I've seen it on both ways. And we have never just had a losing team. Tuskegee always come to play football, but what people have to understand, Tuskegee is the winningest black college football in history. People gunning for Tuskegee. When you play Tuskegee, it's always everybody's Super Bowl. Everybody play their best against Tuskegee.
You know what I'm saying? So we can't ever relax. We can't ever, say hey and take anybody for granted. It's like the old Steelers, the old Dolphins.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The old
Yep.
Cowboys.
Yep.
Everybody want to beat these teams.
Yeah.
And everybody play their hardest to beat these teams.
Yeah.
And we have to instill in our players that that's the way it's going to be every week that they play football.
Yeah.
And when they don't understand the Tuskegee culture, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
When they don't understand how hard you have to play to win and how hard the teams coming here going to play to beat you, until they realize and understand that, then, it's a lesson that we have to teach them.
You gotta feel
And that's just
that
like us going to play Alabama State. I don't care what kind of team Alabama State have. I don't care what kind of team Tuskegee have. You got to throw the records out. Because they both going to play football. They going to hurt each other. They going to play football. And I love Alabama State. I go for them every time they play, except when they play for Tuskegee.
That's right.
And a lot of them tell us the same thing. But that's going to be the hardest fought battle.
Always.
No matter what the records
The
are.
most competitive one. It is.
So everybody feel the same way when they come to play Tuskegee. And I pray that everybody understand that because Tuskegee is playing hard. We got some great coaching, man. Aaron Jane them coaching their butt off. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Jane them coaching their butt off. The defensive coordinator, the offensive coordinator, hey man, they try to come up with ways to have a steady offense and a steady defense, but of course the other team not gonna cooperate.
No.
They trying to beat Tuskegee.
That's right.
No matter how hard we work, they trying to do the same to get the win. And we got to just keep growing. Our quarterback got hurt this week, so I don't know if we're going to start the freshman or what we're going to do, but we have capable quarterbacks to step in. I just hope we're able to keep our head up, forget the negativity, because we got to remember these are young men. You know what I'm saying? People tend to, I'm not going to say throw you away, but they tend to put the head down and treat you differently when you lose some games, and that's not fair. That's not good, especially for young men.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I also say one thing about Tuskegee. You look at these guys that are not getting these deals and all that money and all the transfer, the portal. That kind of hurts everybody, especially in black college football, because everybody going after the money. If anybody don't understand what I'm saying, y'all look that up. You know what I'm saying? We don't have time to get into that, but you look that up. But I promise you, Tuskegee gonna play hard. The coach is gonna coach hard. And we're going to keep on fighting. We're going to try to get some of these victories. And I just hope that people understand that. Young team, we're trying to get it done. And we will get it done. We will get it done. But the team's going to keep fighting hard. The coach is going to keep coaching hard. Players going to keep playing. So,
is anybody standing out this year?
Oh, man, we got a lot of standouts. And I don't want to sit here and name no names, because I might forget somebody, but I was talking about Tuskegee.
Who was the star last week?
Hall. Hall is always a star, man. He plays hard. He's from Short, Alabama. He plays hard, but so do a lot of other guys on this team play hard. And like I say, I hate to call names because I'm not going to say somebody's name who deserves that, so don't y'all take that personal. But his name just kind of stands up because he's one of the ones that really, really, really deserves some credit for playing hard. But like I say, everybody play hard. We got some guys on the offensive line. We got some guys on the defensive line. We got linebackers. We got running backs. We got quarterbacks, receivers, DBs. The kickers, man, those guys are great. So we got people in every position that really play hard, and we got other receivers, and Hall is a receiver. But if you look at productivity, he probably has more offensive yards than anybody.
Gotcha.
So I say his name, and we're going to keep on rolling. We got running backs like Johnny and those guys that really run that ball and really play hard. The quarterback, like I said, I named every position. Everybody play hard. I didn't leave nobody out there. I wasn't leave nobody out.
There you go.
But we got some great athletes.
And
you keep your head up because they're going to be okay. There's not a game that we wasn't in that we couldn't have, should have won. You know what I'm saying? And we're just going to keep it that way, and we're going to keep playing hard. And like I say, I've been on some great teams, coached some great teams at Tuskegee, even won a championship when I played. So that's where we are right now with Tuskegee, and I just hope everybody keep their head up and keep following us because we need the crowd, we need the people. Y'all give us some fire out there, and hopefully we can continue to do that. And when we travel, a lot of people travel Tuskegee. And I don't want to take that for granted because that helps us out a lot. Man, the band playing and the people following the game, you know, the spectators that come, man, we need y'all, and y'all help us out tremendously. So don't give up on us.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. We got anything else?
I'm just liking my pink. Y'all see the pink beard? Look at here, I got my pink bandana.
Uh-oh.
And look at here, even got a cup. I'm gonna cover up my
That's
Chick-fil-A
funny.
cup.
That's funny.
But look, I got a hat to keep the flies off the drink. It's pink. Courtney put a pink one on there for me,
That is cool.
which is good for Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
There you go.
And I want to continue to say our prayers are with you, and we with y'all 100%.
Yep. Now
So,
make sure right now, take a moment, click that like button right at the bottom of the video. Click the like button, share it, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so you never miss an episode.
Never miss an episode.
There you go.
Never miss an
That's
episode.
right.
And I want them to know, man, we try to give y'all some news about what's going on here at the Sheriff Department. We always talk about what's happening in the world, you know, what's important to us. And we just kind of getting back into it. We took a break here.
We're a little rusty.
Pat back, but
We're a
we're a
little
little rusty.
rusty.
But we're going to get it back, man. But I know we reach a lot of people. And, you know, everywhere you go, people say they see you and they appreciate what we're saying. Oh, one thing I want to mention, too, is that the Mayor of Franklin came over here to see me yesterday. Mayor Reba Knox came over here to see me yesterday, and I had a great visit with her. And the people that she brought over here, the chief, and I'm trying to think of her position. The clerk.
Okay.
The city clerk.
Okay.
And the city clerk and I go way back. Great people. But I had a real good time talking to Miss Knox yesterday, and she wanted to know what the sheriff does and how we operate and how we help them. And, you know, and I told her, you know, the sheriff is the highest law enforcement officer in the county, the highest elected official in the county. And you know, I just told her everything about what we do.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And gave a better understanding about what happens here at the Sheriff Department and how we go over the county. We're here to help everybody. You know, we're here to do whatever we need to do, so we don't have anybody telling us not our jurisdiction. We can't go to Shorter, we can't go here, we can't go there, because we can go anywhere in the county we want to go. And we try to help everybody in the county that we need to help. And that's going to continue. And I told her my main thing is helping each other, working together. And that's important with every city, every town in this county. We have to work together.
Yeah.
And if we don't, we will fail.
That's true.
You know, we always need somebody, and somebody always needs us, and we're going to continue to do that.
That's it.
So there we are with that. I enjoyed you, Miss Mayor Knox. And it's very rare that a mayor, somebody comes to sit down with the sheriff, but I definitely appreciate that and respected that. You know what I'm saying? I told her it's all about respect.
That's it.
And that's what it's all about.
That's it right there.
All about respect.
That's it.
And loyalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, and loyalty.
Very important.
It's very important.
Very important.
But I want to let you ladies know, people been asking about karate classes. People been asking about shooting class, and I think I got it all lined up right now. And in the near future, I'm going to get back with y'all. And then we'll see what we can do. So anybody want to participate, I'll have some kind of list for you. I'll let you know when we're going to do that, okay?
Got it.
Oh, and what I was saying, I got kind of messed up in my thoughts when I was talking about it, but the sheriff is the only constitutional officer in the county also.
That's right.
And that means a whole lot.
Yeah, that's
That
powerful.
means a whole lot.
Very powerful.
Yeah.
Very
So that's where we are, my brother.
That's it. So I'm going to do my shout outs first, and you take the last one.
Okay,
How
I
about
do
that? Okay. First of all, I want to give a shout out to the Tuskegee News, and go and check them out at TuskegeeMedia.com. I want to give a shout out to Zach over there at Kustom Kreations. I want to give a shout out to Terrence Johnson at Crazy Deals and Wings and More, which is really good. Also, I want to give a shout out to Miss Senior Macon County, Najwa Majors. Want to give one to Joe Turnham and to the new mayor, Chris Lee. Those are my shout outs.
Oh, that's good. So I'm going to start my shout outs with a sad note. You know, my good friend, my brother, and we've been great friends, like brothers for years. But Yabi who owns the car wash here, his mother passed this morning. And that's very sad about that. Miss Sylvia was a very beautiful person. Got tight with her because of her son, and she was just always a very giving lady. She always had something for me, my family, Mother's Day, Father's Day, birthdays, whatever. She always thought about everybody, just like Yabi does. So prayers go out to Yabi and his mom. Really sad about that, but you know, she lived a good life, and the Lord knows best.
Yeah.
You know, she had gotten sick, and we always say no more suffering, but it's hard when your loved one leaves you. You know, I experienced that months ago with my mother. Same situation. My mother came to visit, and she died while she was here visiting me, man. And man, it's just so sad, but you know, we got to go on, and that's what they would want.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they would want, and we have to deal with that. It's sad, it hurts, think about my mother every day, and he gonna do the same because he loved his mother just like we all love our mother, but we gotta press on. So I want to say that, and I did read that Drina Wilson. Drina, how you doing, Drina? I saw a little Facebook post right before we went on that your mother had passed. So I'm sorry to hear that. You're a very nice person, very beautiful person, and you're always positive about what's going on in Macon County. So I want to tell you I'm sorry, and I'm not leaving anybody out because those are the only 2 deaths that I saw. But for future references, if y'all want us to say anything on the show, send me something. I'm not looking over anybody, and I'm not saying anybody's more important, but those are the only 2 that I saw and that I know about today, okay? And y'all, let's remember that if y'all want me to say anything on the show, or want Pat to say anything on the show, please let us know.
Yeah.
And we will not leave you out.
That's
and if
right.
you want to come on the show, let us know if it's positive. We're only going to do positive stuff.
That's right.
And I got to say hello to Miss Phillips because I saw her show.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked yesterday about doing something positive together, Miss Phillips. Very glad to talk to you. And I'm always with you. And I told you about Pat Wallace. Whatever we can do positive in this community, we will definitely do. And I want to give you a shout out too for having your positive news show. And definitely we all need to be about positive things here in Macon County. So a shout out to you also. I also want to give a shout out to those firemen, those rescue guys that came out from Tuskegee Rescue Squad to help Yabi's mother this morning. I was at football practice at 6 something this morning, and Yabi called me, and I left my practice to go over there to be with my brother. And it was sad, but they worked on her for maybe an hour. Worked on her for at least 40 minutes before the ambulance got there. And those guys worked tirelessly. I mean, they kept with the compression, they kept with everything as they did with my mother for a long time before the ambulance got there. So I want to give all those guys at the Tuskegee Fire Department a big shout out. And it's not what I seen only with my mother, but it's what I saw with Yabi's mother today also. So I've got to give those guys a big shout out. Those guys do a tremendous job. And man, it was just great to see those guys doing what they did.
Yeah.
And they never quit.
They never quit.
They never quit, man. I'm getting a little bit choked up. Make me think about my mother. Make me think about Yavi's mother. Make me think about Drina's mother and all the people that have lost mothers and loved ones. But all we can do is say, hey, man, think about the good times.
Yeah.
Think about the good times.
Yeah.
And but then got to give a shout out. Got to smile about my family, my wife, my kids. You know, Courtney, I name y'all all the time. Bree, T, Dre, Tay, my mother-in-law, Irma, all the people, my grandkids, little Jeremy, little Jew. You know, I love those people. They always look out for me. And with all the things that's going on in the world, this job being so hard, it's always good to go home to a smiling face.
That's it.
You know, and I have to say that. It's always good to go home to a smiling face. When you're out here trying to do this job, you know, it's just difficult dealing with some people sometimes.
Yeah.
But as the sheriff, you keep your head up, and you still got to protect people, even though they don't want you to protect them, or even though they try to hurt you. My job says, hey, you got to look over there, and you still got to deal with it, you still got to protect people, you still got to do your job, and that's what it's all about.
That's it.
So the job is bigger than me. The job is bigger than feel his job is bigger than all the bad people. And I'm not gonna say bad people because I love these folks here in the jail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love these folks, man. And what definition is bad? You know, if you get into why people in jail, you know, you got to wonder, you got to hear the whole story.
That's right. That's right.
You got to hear the whole story. You got to know what's going on in these people's lives. You got to know, you know, the whole ins and out of it.
Right.
Because not all people in jail that deserve to be here. And some people that are not locked up deserve to be in jail.
That's right.
You know, and you got to look at both sides of it.
That's true.
Man, you go back there, there's some great people back there. You know, and some people are innocent. And you come here and you are innocent until proven guilty. Now you got some people down there that are dead guilty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's some folks who are walking around here free.
But you got some people that are walking around here free that need to be in jail.
That's right. Yeah.
And that's what my heart says. Treat everybody here equally. Treat everybody here right. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this is all about.
That's what it's about.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So I don't like to get into talking about bad people, good people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's a reason for everything. There are reasons.
Yeah, we're keeping it positive.
They'll keep it positive. And hey, we only got one judge. That's the man above.
The big one.
That's the man above. So I
am
want to
that
tell
I am.
everybody, you know, to stay safe out there. Everybody in this community, this county, stay safe. And I always give a big shout out to everybody joining the show and everybody in this county. Love all y'all, and y'all know that y'all can call me anytime. I always got a listening ear, and I'm always willing to help you. So love everybody. Oh, I looked at this right here. Courtney put this pink hat on my drink. I cover up the drink. I'm drinking diet tea, y'all. But you see this thing supposed to keep flies off? Usually I have black, but for Awareness Month, breast cancer, she put a pink one on. That's pretty neat, ain't it?
That's pretty cool.
Keep all the flies and bugs out your drink. So thank you, Court.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. Share this with everybody. And we will see you next week.
Peace, everybody.
Peace.
Peace, everybody.